Hello and welcome. These are horse racing selections for Wednesday, the 6th of November. I am Flatcap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. I said I was going to be off for 2 days. That was fine. Tuesday was rubbish. I wouldn't have done any races anyway. And then I go and have a look for Wednesday, and there's a really strong 4-star horse, and I've decided I'd do a video because it's one of them ones. If I do a video, it'll probably come last. If I don't do the video, I'll be kicking myself. So it is what it is. I've got a Yankee for Wednesday, and it's an outrageous Yankee at that. So those of you who love the outrageous stuff, you've got it. It's 13 quid. 2 Kempton, 1 Chepstow, 1 Nottingham. Just going to do it super quick. Review of Monday. It was pants. Drifter no good. Drifter no good. No good. And shortener no good. Don't really matter, did it? Generally speaking. Oh, right. So yeah. I mean, it's just what's super frustrating me is it's the handicap stuff. It's just been so poor. But the graded stuff, the novice and the maiden stuff is all right. So yeah, just super frustrated. So I'm just going to be very careful with what I'm doing with the handicap stuff. And I'm not going to mention the Melbourne Cup. And that's what we're going to say. Right, so here's the bet. This is the outrageous bet for Wednesday. All right, 150 Chepstow. I'd have quite a good look at all of the maiden races at Chepstow and the bumper. And I've gone with this Babatunde. It's 50 to 1. The yard doesn't have very many. But generally speaking, the ones they have got generally putting it in some sort of effort when they run in maidens. So that bit is kind of on its side. The actual structure of the race is you've got a bad each way race. You've got a slightly odds on favourite. Of the top 4 in the market, one of them looks way better than Babatunde from what they've achieved. You've got 2 coming off bumpers into hurdles for the first time, and 1 coming from point to point for the first time. So you've got 3 with potential and 1 in there. So it's the second best piece of form on the hurdles, but you've got 3 unknowns. So what we're playing here is, if only one of the 3 unknowns turns out to be decent on debut, then this one hopefully can come in for 3rd place. It's basically run in a point to point and run respectable, and it ran in a maiden and it ran respectable. I think it was 2 mile 5 or 2 mile 6, 2 mile 5, I think it was. Dropped it a couple of furlongs, which probably looks about right for it. It sort of faded, but it did look like it was trying last time out, but just got beaten by better horses. So if it comes on a little bit, and we've got these the market has expectations over some that might not materialise, we're taking our chance on Babatunde, 2-star bet, 50 to 1. Then we go to the 243 Nottingham. It's come out 4-star. To be honest, if it wasn't for the slightly heavy ground, it might have even edged it up to a 5. We backed it last time, if you recall. So when we backed it last time, it was over 1 mile and 2 class 5 at Doncaster. We've got 1 mile and 2 class 4 at Nottingham, so it's slightly higher class. So it's a little bit lighter on the weights. Jimmy Quinn's still riding it. He has got a historic relationship with the horse. I say historic, the horse is 10. I mean, I think he won on him 7 years ago at one point. But he's of the horse's wins, Jimmy Quinn's been on board a couple of times. Has moved yards in the last year. But if you watch back the race from when we backed it last time, we needed it top 4. It was a super fast finisher. It wasn't quite close. It wasn't close enough, basically, in the race. And it came from the back. And when it actually got going into its stride, it was the fastest finishing horse in the race. It's dropped down another £1, I think, for that run. It's got some decent enough form over Nottingham. Redcar probably is the optimum, I think, but Nottingham, if you look back the history of the horse, November actually does all right. It's one in November. It's 10-year-old. It's running a lot of years. Hasn't run in every November, but it's won a race in November, and it's run a couple of times the November handicap, which it wouldn't be of the standard there now. both times has massively outrun it odds. One time I think it was 4th or 5th at 125 to 1 in the November handicap, and it's been 9th. They're basically like 20 runner plus handicap. So I think from a handicap point of view, this horse is coming to the end of its career. Jimmy Quinn is coming to the end of his career. It's a bit of a potential little fairy tale horse, this one, but 33 to 1 massively undervalues the chances of the horse. What you have got at the front of the market as well, which pushes the value, is you've got a lot of horses that did really well at won or placed last time, decent races, who have all gone up handicap marks. And are they going to carry on doing well? One of them is Cresta Cat, which some of you all remember. is not a favourite of the channel anymore. So that's Lunar Jet. Then we go 250 Kempton, Life of Rosie, another maiden. It's a 50 to 1. It's a 2-year-old race at Kempton. I think it's mile. It's Ollie Sangster. Ollie Sangster does really well with 2-year-olds. It's his specialty. And even if they don't run so well first time, some of them run better second time. So I think that horse has got potential. Similar situation here. You've got a couple of market principles that definitely ran better first time, and you've got some unknown ones that could kind of come out and debut. There's a Haggis horse in there, but Ollie Sangster's horses are trying as a 2-year-old, and I think this horse will come on from last time. It got marked down as a distant 5th last time, but 5th of 13. If you actually look, it was a decent quality race last time for the grade. It's dropping down in class massively, and I really wouldn't be surprised if the horse steps on. It's 14 runners. You need first 3. That isn't going to be the best betting situation you're going to find, but I was happy enough, and it came out 1 star. And then we're going to go 1 all-weather handicap horse, 5 o'clock. Nothing at Dundalk, by the way. 5 o'clock Kempton, Red Maids. There's quite a few we can argue a case for in the race. David Probert gets on well with it. 7 furlongs is optimum distance. It's run in a handicap once. A few runs back, it was 5th to 12 at Kempton's. Gone down a couple of pounds since then. If you've got that level of form, then the horse should be framing. That being said, it's an inconsistent profile, which is why you've got the odds that they are. But yeah, it's definitely not a 25 to 1 shot. So 25p each way Yankee, 375p each way singles. That's Babatunde, Life is Rosie, Red's Maids, and a 150 each way single on Lunar Jet, 4-star horse, 13 quid. Betfred ? Betfred are 4. Everyone's 3, 3 and 4. Betfred are 4, but no one else is. But Betfred are, as far as I can see, not offering on any of the bigger price horses in their super extra place races. They're only giving you SP. Ridiculous. We're going to go super extra places, but the night before they're only going to give you SP on the bigger priced horses. Cheeky. So have a look. It's a type of race. You might get 365 going 4 places, or Sky in the morning. You'll have to see. But yeah, for the channel, 3, 3, 3 and 4, 13 quid. That is your bet. All right, that's me. I'll keep you updated about what I'm doing the rest of the week, whether I'm going to play or not on various days. Just being very, very cautious of all-weather handicaps particularly. So that's me. All right, thank you very much. Hope you've had a good day, and bye-bye.